All right, good morning. Good morning. Run down. All right, it is January 14th, 2025. Happy New Year. I'm back. I'm back with a new program. I'm back with a different direction. Um, let's see where to start with this. Back, I don't know, back after I retired, I started doing the X3, and that's where this channel started from. That's where I started working out with, was the X3. I started this recording myself every day using the X3, help hold myself accountable to come and exercise every day, and also to to show people that the X3 actually works, and it actually does work, and I actually really enjoy using it, and I enjoy using it then. I still use it, not as much now because I'm moved off into other things. Over the past couple years, I've transitioned from using the X3 exclusively into doing burpees. And at the end of last year, I went back to the gym a little bit. I just felt like I wanted to go back to the gym. And now I'm back here. And I'm back here with a whole different program. For Christmas, I got this book. Sandbag Lifting. And you all, if you've ever watched any of my show, I've actually done a little bit of sandbag lifting, and it was really intriguing. I've got a 100-pound sandbag back there. I have a 150-pound sandbag at home, and I will be getting to that. But anyway, with this program, I've just been reading over it, and Cody has a channel himself, and his channel is fantastic, and I'm actually really addicted to it. I really watch his show a lot, and I'm really inspired. But I've been doing some soul searching, some thinking about my exercise programs. What happened last year, I think, was I really wanted to do something a little bit different. And that's why I went back to the gym. And it was fun going back to the gym. But then I found myself working out for 2 hours every morning. And I was actually putting on muscle. And I was actually following the program that Todd Mendelson puts out that I followed. And I was eating like 400 grams of protein every day. I was eating like every couple hours, and it was just getting to be too much with my lifestyle, with what I have going on. My wife's disabled, requires 100% attention. We have a store that she runs, that she owns, that I'm working out in right now in the morning. There's just lots of things going on. So for me to be invested that much into working out for 2 hours every morning and eating every hour and a half, every 2 hours, and all this other stuff, it was just way too much. Stress really came over me a lot towards the end there. And so I'm going to go simple it back down again. I want to simple it back down, and I'm still going to be using some of the X3. I'm still going to be doing burpees, but I really want to add sandbags in. Sandbags are a skill-based exercise. It's a goal for me. It's a goal-driven workout. I have a 100-pound sandbag right there. My goal is to get to the 200-pound sandbag, to be able to pick it up, shoulder it for 200 pounds. I can do the 100-pound pretty easily. The 150-pound, I have not tried shouldering yet. I've picked it up. It's pretty dang heavy. And I'm sure the 200-pound is going to be very heavy. And on top of all that, I did increase another year in age last year. So I am no longer a spring chicken. I am now 59 years old. So, it's just kind of a whole bunch of things going on. So I think what I want to do now is I want to warm up doing 30 burpees, 30 nice and slow burpees. I've been doing those since I've been going to the gym. I was doing those also at the gym before I would go work out. And then I'm going to go through the program that Cody has in the back, which I printed out so I can actually follow it. It says pretty simple, but it's a pretty simple program. And so I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to give myself a hair every day, lift something heavy, which I like doing, and get a sweat on, feel my body alive, and we'll see where it goes. All right. It feels kind of strange talking to the camera again. It's been, about like 2 months, 3 months since I've actually talked to the camera, so feel kind of weird about it. All right, so 30 burpees. What I was doing at the gym was I was just doing these nice and slow, just to wake everything up and get a sweat going, and then I was going out and doing my exercises. Whew. I can feel those. It's 10. $11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. Whew. All right, that's it. That's the warm-up. I've been doing anywhere from 30 to 50 burpees in the morning before I go out into the gym and do whatever exercise it was for that day. I found with I think with the gym, which the gym's always fun to work out, I was kind of losing my direction. I want to lose weight. I want to be strong and I want to lose weight. And I found myself eating a lot more protein and doing a bodybuilding type exercise, which was building all that muscle, was adding more muscle on, which I want to maintain my muscle, but I want to burn fat. And I found myself really driven during those couple months I was going to the gym of just consuming all that protein during the day. And all I was thinking about was the next workout for the next day, just really concentrate on that instead of other things I should have been concentrating on. So with this, this is a program in the back of the book. Cody has written out several programs that you can do with his years of experience of sandbag lifting. So the first exercise, and I'm going to be doing sandbags 2 days a week right now, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, circuit training. Yesterday, I did some circuit training in here. I wanted to film it, but I felt that for my first time doing it, I wanted to just do it myself to see how I felt. Part of the circuit training is using an ab wheel. And I haven't used the ab wheel for freaking years. So doing the circuit training, which was 3 push-ups, 3 deficit lifts. I have a 30-pound sandbag and I was doing deficit lifts, which was from the ground up to my chest. So it was a row, but in sandbag lifting, it's a deficit lift because your feet, your hands are near where your feet are. When you're picking up these heavy sandbags, that's where you got to pick them up from. You can pick them up from a table or something else, but you're picking them up off the ground, bringing them to your lap, bringing them to your chest, bringing them to your shoulder. That's the exercise. That's how simple that is, but you need to get stronger in those areas. So it was 3 push-ups. It was 3 deficit sandbag shoulders or lifts from the ground to the chest. And then I did 3 ab wheel rollouts and 3 jumping jacks. And I did 20 rounds of that. And I was just going nice and slow to see how it felt because I hadn't been doing anything like that. I've only been going to the gym and doing specific exercises of a bodybuilding type exercise, besides for the burpees that I've been doing. So I can feel the core right now from just doing those burpees. I can feel the core really activated from doing those ab wheels, which is fantastic. So now with the sandbag workouts, I'm going to be doing them hopefully Tuesdays and Thursdays are my planned workout for right now. As I get better, my body gets more acclimatized to them. I plan to switch over Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the circuit training, the band training, whatever I want to do in those other days is what I plan on doing on those other 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. All my goal at this point right now that I want to put into focus is reaching that 200-pound sandbag from the ground to the shoulder. That's the goal. So all the exercise that I want to start doing from now forward is concentrating on doing that. And I know while I do that, I'm going to lose fat. I'm going to keep my muscle. I'm going to be strong because you're going to be strong lifting the damn sandbag up. So let's go through Monday. The first one is sandbag to shoulder. So I'm going from the ground to the shoulder, anywhere from 5 to 15 attempts is what he wants you to do. Once you get 15 attempts, you kind of mastered that weight class. It's time to maybe move up to a different, to a higher sandbag. The next one is a sandbag pull. I have not done that one yet. I've seen him do those, and I'm going to try that one. We'll see how it goes. And then sandbag bear hug carry, which we'll just pick it up and carry it back and forth in here and get some laps. And then the last one is lift from the lap to chest high. So we'll see how those go. And there's a set in here for each, set reps and everything that he wants to do. We'll see how that goes. And then at the end, there's going to be some good mornings, some abs, some cores, some crunches, some bicycle crunches, stuff like that. So. All right. You can see with me just picking that up like that, it's not that heavy. It's 100 pounds. I put two 50-pound sandbags into that. So it's close to 100 pounds. 150-pound sandbag, when I pick that sucker up, that's a lot more weight. So we're going to work with this one for a while until we get real comfortable with that before we move up to the heavier one. All right, so it says 5 to 15 reps from ground to shoulder, and rest a minute in between each. So for me, a rep is going to be up to one side, back down, and up to the other side, because I want to do everything evenly. So that's going to be 1 rep. Just lap to chest to shoulder. I want to hold it here for a minute. Let me feel it. Back down. Shoulder. The iron-on wording on the bag is starting to come off, but oh well. It'll all peel off eventually. So that one's light enough for me to go from ground to shoulder if I want to. But it's also heavy enough for me to feel each move. So that's why I want to really concentrate right now on getting each move. Lifting it, putting it in the lap, standing up with it, throwing it to the shoulder. Two. I can feel that I'm strong enough to lift that whole thing just all the way up at once. But I really want to focus on each part of that move so that I can feel it. All right, that was 3. Make sure I remember where I'm at. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're counting. So in December, we were going to go out and look at Christmas lights, and I decided that we were all going to go in the pickup truck. And in the back, I got a quad cab. In the back of the truck, I had all my exercise gear from here because I had moved it out, and I had thrown it all in the back of the truck because we were really busy in the store and I needed more room in the back. So I had my bands and my mats and my sandbags. And I needed to take the sandbags, I need to take everything into the house. So I got everything in, and the last thing I had to carry in was that 150-pound sandbag. And I bought that, I don't know, what was it, like November? And I used it one time for any exercise, and I used it out in the street where I was doing a pickup and a carry and setting it down on the tailgate just to feel that weight, and that was freaking heavy. But I've been exercising warmed up during that time. So when I carried the sandbag from the truck to the house, oh my God, I was cold. Basically, I had warmed up, and that sucker was freaking heavy. I was bear hug carrying it, and I could barely breathe. I got it halfway to the house, I had to drop it on the sidewalk, catch my breath, had to pick it up again, and then carry it into the house, drop it on the ground. That sucker is freaking heavy. So I know that this feels light, but I know 50 more pounds out of that is going to be heavy. That's 4. With that 150, the only way I was able to get it up was to go from the ground to the lap. This thing, I can pick it all the way up from ground to shoulder if I want. Five. Six. I think I'm just gonna do 8 rounds with this one. I don't want to overdo it. Just trying to let my body feel the weight as I'm picking it up and moving it around. 7. 7. One more. I know one of the weaknesses I'm going to have right now is the deficit lift from the ground to the lap. I think anybody starting out that's going to be your weak point, is having your hands way down there by your feet and picking up a heavy weight with all the strain on your back, your hips, your hamstrings, your quads, your low back, everything to pick that up and get it up onto your lap. So one of the reasons I'm really trying to accentuate that is to get my body adjusted to doing that. All right. All right, that was 8. That was all good. Don't want to go too high. I still have the sandbag high pull, which I've never done. So this is going to be our first time doing this. Basically, the high pull is obviously getting the bag up off the ground, putting it into your lap, wrapping your arms around the top, and then you're exploding up as you're raising that bag up as high as you can, and you're coming back down into the lap position. Now, when I watch Cody do it on his videos, he's doing some big 200-pound bags, some other stuff, and the bags are pretty good sized. This bag is not really large, so we'll see how that goes, but I really want to work on that explosion from the lap up, working that posterior chain. It says his workout recommends 5 to 10 sets of 3 reps each. So we'll do 3 reps, then we'll drop it, we'll take a break, and we'll come back. So we're gonna try and get at least 5 sets of doing that. All right, now you put your hand over the top. The bag's kind of small for that, so I'm just trying to get my body understanding what the move is going to be. So when I get the 150-pound bag, which is a little bit bigger, I can put my arms around it, we can actually do the exercise properly. One thing with sandbags are all basically a rear posterior chain exercise. You're picking up off the ground. Everything is about pulling, picking. Your chest and everything on the front are all stabilizers, your core stabilizers. But you're really using your back a lot when you pick yourself up. You're throwing it on your shoulder, you're still using your back. You're bear hugging it, you're all using your back. So that's why I'm trying to do back exercises today. On the other days, more pushes, more front exercises. So it's a push-pull dynamic back and forth. That small of a bag is kind of hard to get my arms around it and keep it locked in, but just trying to do that explosive off the lap move. Ooh. Ooh. 3. This actually feels like it's going to be more fun this year. I was having fun with the burpees, and then towards, I don't know, fall, I kind of lost direction with those. Wanted to go back to the gym. This is more goal oriented. I'm working on a skill. I'm working on a weight that I want to achieve. So I need to get all the skill to achieve that weight. So that's where my focus is. Three. That's 4 rounds. I think I was just getting lost in the exercises. I'm just trying to do bodybuilding type workouts, whether it was with the bands or going back to the gym. The burpee is whole different thing. That's a cardio. That's a fantastic exercise, and I love doing burpees, and I will continue doing burpees. This just feels like something that I can bite and I can hold on to. And you know, if you're grappling with a person, or like me, I had to support my wife a lot of times in awkward positions. I got to help pick her up and stuff. So being strong in those positions is what I'm really working with. Three. Before, in my previous line of work, before I retired, there were times that you had to grapple with human people and wrestle them to the ground and control them. So going to the gym and just being massively strong, at least for me, was that, having some skill, doing a little bit of BJJ and stuff. I wrestled in high school, so having some of those basic skills were fantastic. Now, as I'm getting older, like I said, I'm 59 now, and my wife's disability is dropping severely. She can still walk with assistance, but she can't do much else. This arm is completely dead. This arm is all she can use is basically, I think it's actually these 2 fingers. She can't even really use the index finger anymore to eat and do stuff like that. If I support her, I can walk her from her scooter to the bathroom and get her taken care of. So I imagine at some point it's going to get to the point where she's going to need full assistance because her body is breaking down every year. Three. 7. One more. I'm gonna do 8 rounds with that. And then we got what do we have next? Oh, the sandbag carry. Three. All right. All right, next up is a sandbag carry. Move this back a little bit here. Oh. Oh. Just getting this high on the chest and just carrying it. That was one. Got 3 sets of that. Holding that on your chest. The bag is a little small, so I'm really trying to just lock it in and hold it. But that 100 pounds, press it down on your chest while you're trying to breathe and walk. Whew. Says anywhere from 1 minute to 2 minutes break in between. And that bag is not super heavy, so we're just gonna take about this long and go back and do it again. I was got a better grip on it this time. Whew, that time I was really able to get into the lap and get my chest really down on it and wrap it up and stand up with it. And yes, we are working in my wife's boutique. This is where all the business happened in December. I was stressing my butt out in here. But we had a good year. We had a good Christmas. Just hopefully this year picks up and business returns a little bit better than what it has in previous years. We started this business, little did we know, in 2019, right after we started it, after my wife started it, I was still working at the time, COVID hit. And then I worked a year under COVID and then we ended up retiring in 2020. And we've been doing this ever since. COVID, we did good because people wanted to get out of the house and come shopping. And then the neighborhoods, big neighborhoods, so they would come into here instead of driving to other places, which might have been closed. But then again, as the years went on under the current administration, everybody's wallets were getting squeezed more and more and more to the point where you were deciding whether you want gas, whether you want food, or whether you want to come and buy some nice clothes, some jewelry, or something else. So we took a pretty bad hit on that. All right. All right, we got one more left. One more left from the lap to the chest. So basically picking the bag up, putting it in your chest, holding it in your lap, getting your chest on it, and standing up, lap to chest. Obviously, 100-pound bag, not super hard. Start getting into heavier weight, that's gonna be really, I feel like you're really gonna want to be able to do that. Get that bag into your chest and then stand up with that bag. Oh. 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 Whew. We got 15 reps with that. Whew. That's a full body exercise. Coming out of a half squat position, really holding onto that bag tight. Whew. Woo-wee. All right. We're gonna catch our breath right now. Whew. All right. Whew. That's it. On the workout, there's a couple more things to do. You got band good mornings, and then you got some bicycle abs and some obliques. But I think right now I'm just gonna give it a break. Still working into this program. Doing the ab wheel yesterday has really challenged my core enough as it is. And I think I got enough work on the posterior with this little workout right here. So we'll probably add those in next week. Oh, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. So we'll probably add those in next week as we get more climatized this workout. I can see that the 100-pound bag is gonna move by pretty quickly. So I'm gonna try and stick with that as long as I can. But then again, I might just bring the 150-pound bag in here and use it as a supplemental. You know, maybe I get 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 reps and then switch over to the lighter bag. So that might be it. But right now we're just gonna finish off this week with the 100-pound bag, and we'll see how that goes. Like I said, this is a goal. This is a goal-oriented exercise that I'm doing here. A skill-based, goal-based skill. I want the 200 bag from ground to shoulder by the end of this year. I think I can get it as long as I'm smart about it, and I just basically concentrate on that. One of the things that is going to be good about this is I'm not going to be thinking about eating every 30 or 40 minutes. I'm going to go home, I'm going to have my protein shake, and then probably going to have lunch, and then dinner. I'm going to make sure to at least get my 250 grams of protein and not 400. I want to maintain what I have here, but I want to burn the fat. Of course, I always want to burn the fat and get leaner and stronger as I go. I found myself with the bodybuilding program that I was doing in October, November, and December, that I was actually gaining. Every time I stepped on the scales, I was actually gaining muscle because I was hitting it pretty damn heavy. And I want to keep the weight, but I don't want to add weight. I want to lean down a little bit as I'm getting a little bit older. So that's it. We're going to be back tomorrow for tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's a day off. And then we'll be back here again on Thursday for another round of sandbags. And then we'll finish off on Friday with the circuit training program. That'll be week 1, and we'll see where that goes from there. So tomorrow, probably just gonna get up and put the ruck on and go out for a nice long ruck workout. Go for a walk in the morning, ruck it a little bit, and then we'll be back here on Thursday for more sandbags. A little bit different program than what it was today. We're gonna add a few different skills in there, but we're gonna still stick with the 100-pound bag for right now. Happy 2025, and we will see you on the next one.